The last view I need to draw to describe my simple bridge is the end view, which I'm going to draw on this portion, and that'll tie in information from my side view and my top view. To start with my end view, I'm going to enact a place line command, and I'm going to translate lines off of the top of my side view and the bottom of the side view. And then I can't translate lines from my top view because it's not in the same plane, so I'm just going to draw a regular vertical line up and down. Anywhere is fine. And to get the width of my bridge, looking down, the width of the roadway was 4 inches, so I'm going to enact a copy parallel of 4 inches, which is still remembered from my last save settings. And I've got my basic rectangular shape of what the bridge would look like looking down it, except for all this extra stuff that I need to trim. So I'm going to go ahead and use my IntelliTrim and quickly clean up, reset, pick a new line. There. I can also copy over the label for my side view, but we'll call this the end view. And to do that, I'll go into my edit text. And rename it end view and do a data point to enact that. Then I can go ahead and place my dimensions for the dimension element for the end view, which I will do, zoom in a little closer. So there's my 4-inch road width. And earlier I mentioned that this was where we were going to get the height of our truss. And sure enough, that's 5 inches, so that's important for this view. And the last thing I will do to describe my end view is to go ahead and clean up the dimensions to include the units of inches. Okay, I have my 3 views drawn completely. The next thing I'm going to do here is provide some notes and title block information for the sheet. And to do that, I'm going to fill out title block first. So I'm just going to copy some of my larger size text here and place that on the bottom, do an edit text. And it's always good to list what the job is, so always good to list who did the design. Date it was done. And if you had multiple sheets, you know, you'd number them all different, but this is just sheet 1. Alright, so we're going to do move that around a little bit different. Sometimes it's better to move it twice. Get it right there. I also mentioned before that we have a scale for this drawing, so I want to give that information as well. So we'll copy some more text down here, and we'll edit this text. And for the printout, we're going to be doing a scale of 1 inch on the paper will equal 5 inches in real life, and that is both horizontally and vertically on the sheet. Horizontal and vertical. Data point accept. And then the last thing, if it's also good to include some notes on the sheet if there's specific things you want to talk about. I'm going to include one note on here. So I'm just going to go to place text command. My notes are usually the same size as my dimension text. So I'm going to say note for PowerDraft demonstration purposes only. And I've got by origin selected, so I'm going to go ahead and place that there. I could also do some more cleanup if I wanted to at this point. One thing I didn't show is element selection, how you can copy more than just one element. If you place, usually like to select that to black. And then if you drag a block over anything you want to affect, see how it highlights everything? I could delete all that if I wanted, which I don't. I want to just move this up in the view a little bit. So I do a move, and I'm just going to move everything up, shift it up just a little bit. And then reset and another element selection to get out of it. So I'll go ahead and do another fit view, maybe adjust the screen a little bit, and this is the way I want my design to look to print out. So I'm going to go ahead before I do that and do a file save settings, so that I will, if I get into the file later, it'll come back up to this view, and for good measure I will also go ahead and do a save.